I'm continuing with the Movies app from yesterday. So today, what I'm going to do is this thing, the menu, the log out to log in menu. And this isn't like refreshing. I have to refresh on my own. Even then, it didn't really work. Okay, now it will. And okay, there you go. So it's kind of already not great. And logging in. Oh, you have to click on the text itself. Interesting. Okay, that's what, yep. You have to click on the text itself. Okay, so it's not an amazing experience, but my job isn't fixing that. It's converting what's here into StateAdapt. Not my job. All right. Let's have a look at the RxAngular code. So we've got a couple actions, event, whatever that is. It's just any event, any DOM event. Okay, creating those, have logged in state, and that comes from, yes, that's the shape of state. And that's it. That's very simple. We're just connecting an observable to a state change. As long as it's not null, logged in will be true. So, that should be easy to implement. All right, so let's implement it. So first thing, we do not need a nested state structure. We can just go ahead and do logged in equals adapt. And we're going to do, what will we call this? Account menu. And I'm just going to call it logged in. Why not? And we will start with, it doesn't set anything. We don't know. I mean, we have to assume false, right? Don't we? And again, we're going to do the Boolean adapter. And we have state being changed by this right here. So let's make that an official source. We're going to call it ID truthy. Why not? Okay. And we'll do to source. I'll just copy this. All right, that is nice. Okay, so that's that. And so this will be just a set. Okay, so actually we don't need this open anything. That will completely set and control the state whenever it emits something. All right. Okay, now we don't need this. That is just going to be logged in state. So where is that? That is only in the template and right here. Okay. So that takes care of that. We're not going to use actions because if you look at these effects, this is just a method. Returns nothing, void, right? So, and same with this. So basically what they're doing is they're creating an observable and then using this to get the observable, get it to call this method. Instead of calling .next on this, why don't you just call this method? So that's what, it's just as reactive. It's equally one imperative statement. So just like last time, we're going to use a synthetic source, or no, we're just gonna forward it. So actions, we've got this and that. So I'm just gonna copy this. So this will be just this. Okay. And this, so sign in. Okay. And that isn't used. And those aren't there. That will be unused. That is already connected to my thing, so that's not used anymore. And last time I forgot to remove unused things, so I'm not going to forget it this time. What else was there? Oh, is there like providers? Right. So we can get rid of those. That was the trick. Last time it doesn't show as gray because it doesn't know that it's not used, and these aren't used anymore. They're just events. So literally, where we're doing sign out event, we can just do that and sign in. This looks good, I think. This is really small. Like the whole thing fits in one massively zoomed in page. So that's pretty cool. I think it's easy to see that that works. Okay. This should be default. This should be default. Like this is an Angular thing, not this repo. But these should be in line. Look how small this is. Why would you need it separate? The tooling isn't great. Like I never get consistent syntax highlighting for template literals. All right, so we save that. No surprise here. Whoa, what the? Okay, no surprise here. That's like that. Okay, I'm gonna test this now. Oh, expected 0 arguments and got 1. Why were they doing that to begin with? They could have just typed it as void. All right, let's see. Let's go in there and just remove those pointless pass-throughs. And yay, it works. Okay, now let's make sure it works. Okay, that worked. And it's correct there. And that worked. Good. Okay. Okay, let's do a diff. It's just these things, so we don't have to worry about the same type of weird stuff as last time. Let's just look at get stat first. Get diff stat. And okay, about half. The smaller the example is, the more I tend to delete. So that is about 50. Oh man, 56%. That was in my head, so it's probably wrong, but now I'm trying to check 56 and 2/3. Okay, who knows? Okay, so let's look at the diff then. I don't really care about the HTML, but yeah, we're importing 3 things and removing 3 imports. So that's even. We're getting rid of pointless actions, and the providers don't need those because adapt has it uses like the inject function. I just like that. So then we change these effects. Instead of weird effects, they're just going to be, what the real point is of calling these things. So we don't need to go through the middle of having everything go through an observable. Nothing's changing over time. It's just passing through an event. Okay. And, this isn't, this is weird, auth effects, but it is what it is. There's always going to be some imperative thing at the beginning of every interaction. So, all right. And connecting logged in. This is my favorite part. This observable right here. Wait. Yeah, that's what this is. So that's actually the same amount of code as this whole thing. And then I just plug it in at the end there. So I mean, RxAngular is super convenient that you can set a property by passing in an observable. That is really cool. Also, this could have been more succinct, I think, if they had a third argument instead of a pipe here. But it probably would have turned into 3, so it would have been an extra line of code, so who cares? Whatever. All right. And that's it. That was a short one. I think I might do another one tonight. Maybe. We'll see. All right. Thanks for watching. See ya.